Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have you guys join me. It is our Monday night Q&A, which is your opportunity to ask any questions that you have whatsoever in terms of saving money and couponing, budgeting. The sky's the limit. So ask whatever questions you have. You can leave them in the comments below the video if you're watching on Facebook, or in the chat box on YouTube, or the chat box that's right there up on Southern Savers. So lots of places to watch and follow along. This is something we do every Monday night, and you can always go back and watch previous ones as well. So we try to cover a topic. Sometimes it's saving at the drugstores, whatever. You can always go back and watch those, and we can always cover more. But this is your moment to kind of have direct access, because I'm not always so quick on email as some people will tell you. I wish I could be faster, but you got me for an hour, whatever you want to ask. So our topic tonight is tips to save more on your groceries. And what I want to kind of cover there is that this isn't necessarily 101. This is almost like 102. It's my little inside, just things that have helped us take our savings a little bit higher. Basic 101 on how to save on the grocery store. We've done in a lot of videos, but the biggest thing that I cannot get across to folks is that when you see a really great deal, you need to buy enough of it. So just to start at the very basics for 2 minutes, this guy, Progresso soup, I hope that you are near a Publix, because come Wednesday or Thursday in the new Publix ad, so many amazing deals on Progresso and Hunt's products. It is their yearly Viva Italia sale that everybody, goes crazy for. And it is the year that you want to stock up on, or the time of the year that you want to stock up on these things. So like soup is 15 cents a can, free Progresso breadcrumbs, free Progresso broth, so many deals. So this is Publix, but when I see these deals, and again, they don't start until Wednesday or Thursday, but when I see these deals, I don't buy 1 or 2 cans. I need to buy enough of that item to last me until it is back on sale again. So Jennifer's asking how much. Really, it's just enough for 6 weeks, Jennifer. We will see all of these things come back on sale every 6 weeks. So I don't need a bomb shelter of, any sorts of food, just enough for 6 weeks. And honestly, guys, for some of us, 6 weeks worth of, taco shells or other items is maybe 2. It's not that I'm going in and buying 42 of this, just enough for 6 weeks. If I don't, then I'm paying full price the next time I come in. And that's what hurts. You paid 15 cents for this week. So to go in and then have to come back in 2 weeks and pay $1, $1.75, you're really not going to do it. You're like, nope, no soup. I just want the 15-cent soup. That's the only kind I want to buy. So you do want to get enough to last you until it's back on sale. Now, there is an exception, just to be honest with you, the Viva Italia sale. We don't necessarily see those deals all the time. This is their once a year sale. I'm not telling you to buy enough Progresso soup for a year, but do keep in mind that normally I'm happy if I can get a can of soup for like 50 cents or less. So 15 cents is a really great deal. Kathy, are the Publix prices assuming that the coupons double? No. All of the Publix deals on Southern Savers, I no longer factor in doubling at all. There are only a few Publix stores that still double anywhere, so it's much easier to kind of act like they don't versus they do. For folks that live in the rare area that they're doubling, you guys are just special, but we don't really want to think about you because nobody has it anymore, pretty much across the board for Publix. So no doubling deals, some really great prices without doubles starting in the Publix ad coming up soon. So that's the basics. I buy it on sale and I buy enough of it on sale. Now for kind of to take that further, and just a few things that I would add up into what you're already doing to kind of increase the savings as you go through. So the big one, folks always want to know, how do you save on meat and produce? But a key way to do that in the grocery store is to always ask your store, when do you mark down meat and mark down produce? Keep in mind that Publix does not do that. Publix does not mark down and sell anything at a reduced price, but almost every other grocery store does. So ask them, do they have a particular day that is their meat markdown day or their produce markdown day, and do they have a particular spot? So in our buy low, there's one little section where all the markdown meat ends up being. In other buy lows, you're going to find it just scattered in with the various meat products that are there. But find that out about your store. With Publix, again, no markdowns anywhere in the store, but lots of other deals. You will find clearance items. So to kind of mix that in, I was going through just looking in the pantry. Anything that we can find on the clearance table is usually an automatic 50% off. And this is where some folks in couponing land, I guess that you want to start carrying this big, huge binder and cutting all your coupons because they feel like, well, I may miss out on a deal. So an inside tip here, if you find a clearance or a closeout item, most of the time I don't have to use my coupon on it today in the store. Always ask your store, because most stores will allow you to come back and use a coupon on this the next time you're there. So I don't have to use the coupon today. I can turn around and use the coupon the next time. Even though I bought it, just bring the receipt back with you. Now, there are no coupons for Streets Israeli couscous, but for me, grabbing this at 50% off, and we try to do gluten-free as much as we can, it's a pretty good deal. So I always recommend checking out any kind of clearance, corners, tables, whatever you can find. And don't go crazy if you're not going to use it. We don't want to buy it. We're not saving any money there. But it is worth checking out. And then don't hold back just because you don't have the coupon. Just ask your store, hey, if I came back with a coupon the next time I shop, is that allowed? They're all going to say yes. But it never hurts to ask. It's kind of the correct way to handle it. I'm going to jump back up and make sure we cover some questions. Lauren had a question for Walgreens. Just started shopping at Walgreens and ran in and grabbed 2 toothbrushes. The manager confirmed it was the sale and my Catalina didn't print. Does that happen often? He told me to submit it online. So I'm going to guess you're talking about the Register Award for Walgreens. I can pull up and find the deal really quick for you, Lauren, just to make sure. If the Register Award does not print, the store should be able to deal with it in the store for you. If they don't want to, you can call Walgreens corporate. If it was a Catalina reward that's not a Register Award, so it's one, yes, you're talking about the Colgate toothbrushes, the 4 Register Awards when you buy 2 Colgate toothbrushes. You can call Walgreens corporate, but the store could have fixed it for you, Lauren, as well. I would just call them and they're going to ask for you to read some numbers off the top of your receipt and they will fix it that way. Problem solved. Does it happen a lot? Yeah. That's a Walgreens issue. Walgreens has a lot of reasons that just Register Awards don't print or you use the wrong coupon. It makes them not work. It's not the easiest store to get started at. So I would encourage you more to focus on CVS and Rite Aid, a lot less quirks in both of those stores, and really get comfortable with those and then start to venture into Walgreens because there are so many quirks in Walgreens. It's just not as easy to get started in. Are there any good deals at Kroger? So Jonathan, there are actually a ton. If you head to southernsavers.com/Kroger, they are running a mega event right now, and that mega event's going to continue running for another week. We're just at the end of week 1 on the current mega event. But the mega event that is running it doesn't have a ton of freebies, but it's got a lot of items that are less than $1. And mega events are a great promotion. So Kroger doesn't run buy one, get ones the way that Buy Low and Publix and everybody else does. Kroger runs mega events. And those are the weeks that you want to be there. If they have a good one running with a ton of participating items, it usually makes for some good sales because we get to pair in coupons on top of those sales. Those are the weeks to go. So check out all the deals at southernsavers.com/Kroger, and you can make your list right there. No coupons in this past Sunday. Was that because of President's Day? Probably. They tend to always take a break, Doris, in the spring. And if you're ever curious as to what's coming out, we have on the very bottom footer of Southern Savers, there is the 2017 coupon insert calendar. You can print it, but you can always check it too, just a few days in advance to see what's coming. Do I want to grab a paper this weekend? Do I want to put my paper on a vacation hold and save the coupons for another week? Yeah, so Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, those tend to be the weeks that they fully take off. And Melissa is right. So Melissa chimes in, there's going to be a lot of inserts this coming weekend, and we always post the preview on Wednesday. So you can always pop over on Wednesday afternoon and see the full list of all the coupons that are going to come out on Sunday. So you have a heads up. Oh, I got you, Lauren. I'm glad you love CVS. If you're ready to expand, then yeah, venture in slowly. You are going to have to submit it online, and just know that Walgreens has quirks. Okay, and Barbara, yes, we do have a Southern Savers app on Android. It's, I think its name is Southern Savers. It might be all one word, but it's there on Android and on iOS. Interesting. So Adriana says, my CVS clearance rack has a sign saying no coupons on clearance items. Is that a policy? It is not a corporate policy. They should always take a manufacturer's coupon, even on a clearance item, because even though this item may be 50% off today, they're still going to get fully reimbursed for whatever manufacturer's coupon you use. Now, Adriana, the exception to that is the CVS store coupon, and pretty much all CVS store coupons do say that they exclude clearance items. So I could see them going that way. No CVS coupons on a clearance item, but definitely not a manufacturer's coupon on a clearance item. You should always be allowed that. And that makes for some of the best deals that are out there. Like go Target and all the little end caps at Target that are all clearance deals. That's my favorite thing to do. I'm like, I'm not here to buy anything. I just want to walk your clearance section and just look for what we can find. There's definitely some fun deals in the clearance section. So Amelia says we have a Lowe's Foods and a Food Lion near us, and that's it. And I know these stores aren't typically focused on, so tips for savings and working with less desirable grocery store options. So that's a great question, Amelia. You don't have the store with tons of buy one, get ones or anything like that. Between those two, Lowe's Foods and Food Lion, I would point you to Lowe's Foods. So in terms of how to pick a store, I actually just made a YouTube video for this, and we'll pop it live here in a couple of days. But what I would recommend in picking which store to shop at is, number one, look at the promotions they run. Do they have a lot of BOGOs, or do they have none? So Food Lion almost has none, though Food Lion through tomorrow is still running that buy two, get one free sale, which was a huge sale because they also put all of those items on sale with buy two, get one free. So don't miss that one. But normally Food Lion's kind of a bust. There's not a lot of promotions running. They don't double coupons. They don't take competitor coupons. There's just not much going on. So I want to look, what's the promotion routine? Do they double coupons? And do they take competitor coupons? Those three questions alone is a yes for all three on Lowe's Foods. So that would kind of point me to Lowe's Foods over Food Lion. For my folks that have Publix, I know you're all like, but Publix doesn't double. They don't double. But Publix almost makes up for it against other stores because of all the store coupons that they have, all those flyers that they put out all the time. Those Publix store coupons can be paired with manufacturer's coupons, and they make for tons of deals. So it kind of brings Publix back up. Lots of BOGOs. Do they take competitors? Yes. So kind of going through those policies and thinking about what store would be the best when it comes down to it for those. Okay. To jump back into a few more tips, and then I'll jump back into other questions. Let's see. Oh, and I always forget about my YouTube folks. So someone's saying, do we have Speedway down where we live? If so, you can do a video on their Speedway rewards program. We do have Speedways here and there, Rosalie, and that's a great tip for getting some extra rewards. And that is also a reminder for folks to always join rewards programs. That's on my list of, I mapped out so that we could stay on track tonight. I even typed it up for you guys tonight. But rewards programs, not just grocery. But rewards programs in all of the major gas stations, Shell, BP, ExxonMobil would be the Pliny system, they all have a reward based. You scan your card or you enter an alternate ID at the pump and you get an additional little bit off. You should join those. You should be a part of those, even down for the gas part. So it's not just grocery. We definitely have our grocery sides of things, but any other type of reward program that's out there, you're at Best Buy. They've got a rewards program. There's no reason to not be a part of those and get that extra savings, definitely. So let's see. Okay, I'm all caught up then. So more questions then, or more tips before we jump back into questions, is with competitor coupons. I mentioned that on Lowe's Foods, they take them. Publix takes competitors. Buy Low takes competitors. But that's in their policy. But it never hurts to ask your store, do you take competitors, or would you be willing to take this coupon? You'll be surprised how many store managers will say yes, and it's not part of their policy, but they want to keep you in that store. So always ask if you have a great competitor coupon. Example would be, this week, the Target weekly ad, and I meant to grab my newspaper before we got started, but this week's Target weekly ad has a $10 off any $40 pet care coupon. You may be surprised where you could use that. Never hurts to ask. Walk into PetSmart. Some stores are going to say yes. Petco, they take each other's coupons already as competitors. So walking in with that Target weekly ad coupon, I know our store would say yes. It never hurts to ask. It's up to the store manager and their discretion, but most of them want to keep you in the store. That's the fun part of asking, is that they've got you there and they want you to check out with it and to stay there and shop. So always ask with competitor coupons. Rain checks. And this is not just grocery, this is drugstore as well, but understanding the rain check policy can definitely save you a lot more money. Honestly, by the time we all go to Publix and we try to buy this soup, it's 15 cents a can. I plan on getting as many as I can find coupons for, and so do you. There's not going to be any more soup left on the shelf. So grab a rain check from customer service, and it doesn't matter that they're not even out of all of them, by the way, guys. So if you go in and you're like, you know what, I don't like chicken and wild rice, I wanted this soup, and you don't have any more, that's fine. They just need to be out of one flavor, and you can get a rain check. So don't sit there and start taking the slim pickings of funky soups that no one would eat. Just get the rain check. Go to customer service, say, hey, I wanted to buy Progresso. You don't have any more left. They will write you a rain check right then, just a little piece of paper, and you will bring it back the next time you come in the store. This is where you need to know the store policy. So I'm in Publix. As long as my coupon was good the day my rain check was written, I can still use it. Even if my coupon expires on Friday and I was in there on Wednesday, I can still use that coupon up until the rain check expires. So that gives me so much bigger of a window to get this deal. But you have to ask your store, what's your policy? What's the policy on expired coupons with the rain check? Can I still use them? A lot of stores are going to say yes. As long as they were good the day the rain check was written, you're good. Publix, it's in their corporate policy, so you won't have any issues there. But other stores, I'm going to need to ask. I'm going to need to just know what the plan is for the items that I'm grabbing and their rain checks. Drugstore wise, rain checks in Rite Aid and CVS do not expire, and they will still print the reward that should have printed today. So you went in to grab 24-cent toothbrushes, you're still going to get the deal. They do not take expired coupons with their rain checks, but their rain check never expires. So just hold on to it until you have the coupon again, and you didn't miss the deal. You have exactly what you wanted. You just might have to wait a little longer until you see that coupon pop back around. And to know that they do or they don't give rewards. Walgreens, if you don't buy it the week that you're supposed to buy it, as we were already discussing, it sometimes doesn't print this week. It is not going to print outside of this week. So that is just a Rite Aid and a CVS thing. So let's see. To keep moving on, Senior Day. This one doesn't apply to me, but it does apply to some of you guys. So please know when senior day is in your store, or if there is a senior day. For all my folks that live in Florida, there are no senior days in Florida. They just don't exist. But outside of Florida, a lot of grocery stores have senior day. Normally it's Wednesday or Thursday, so you just need to check with your store. It's usually when the store ad starts. You get 5% in most stores off the total of your groceries before coupons. So that's a big extra savings. You should be taking advantage of it. In some stores it's going to be 55, some stores it's going to be 60. So just finding out where that cutoff is. I actually did a workshop in Sumter a few weeks ago, and in the room there were a number of women. None of them knew that senior day existed. So it was like party time the minute that they all realized, like, we can get this extra savings, and you should be. You should definitely be taking advantage of it. One more that is store specific as well is that when you get a receipt, you should always be doing this little survey at the bottom of your receipt. Sometimes it's enter for a chance to win, but a lot of stores give you extra coupons because you did the survey. So don't look past those surveys. Even for restaurants, anytime it pops in, it only takes a minute. And a lot of times you can actually do it on your phone. We were at Moe's recently and doing the survey right there on the phone. It's even got a QR code to scan with your phone, done before we even started eating, and the coupon is for a buy one, get one free burrito. Never hurts to do the surveys. So grocery store wise, a lot of times it's a $5 off your next $50 purchase. It's a little higher value, but if you're already going to be in there, that $50 is before coupons. That's another $5 off, and then keep on coming down with the coupons. So let me jump back to questions. Susan says, Walgreens question, when you give your bonus, when they give you your bonus for them reaching 40,000 points, and they give you the 10,000 to bring you to 50,000, you now have $50 in balance rewards. Oh, your question was too long, Susan, so it doesn't let me see it all. The next time I go into the store, that's all I got, and then it cuts off. So you'll have to kind of stick it back in so I can see the end. Lori asks, I don't always get the same coupons from inserts as listed with matchups. Do the coupon inserts vary by region? Yes, they do, Lori. So every city has more or less coupons based on how big that city is. A great way to go and to see all of the regions that we cover right now is if you head to the main site and you click on the Sunday ads button on the right hand side, you will see each week's regional variations lists. So that's right on the right hand side of Southern Savers. We cover a lot of cities that are there. And Lori, one way to make sure that you also have this covered is when you go into Southern Savers at the very top, it's going to tell you to log in. And when you're logged in your profile, you can actually set what newspaper you get. So I have set as the Tampa Tribune because my paper comes out of the Tampa area. Whatever area you're getting your inserts from, you can set that city. Hopefully we cover it, or set a city that's as close to you as you can get. And then your inserts will automatically line up with what's on the shopping list. So make sure you have it set in your profile as well. But you can see all those lists as well by clicking on the Sunday ads button on the site. So let's see, my husband sent the whole question that you had left, Susan. So your whole question, you've got $50 in balance rewards. The next time you go into the store and use $20 of the rewards, but I buy another $10,000, putting me at $40,000, does Walgreens give me another $10,000 free? I do understand the question, Susan, and I have to confess that you've officially stumped me. I don't know the answer to that. As to what they do, because honestly, I've never let myself get that many balance rewards. I always turn around and use them on the next deal because I would rather pay nothing out of pocket than have a bunch of points and be paying for all the deals as we go along. So I'm not 100% sure, and I would love it if somebody that does know could chime in and answer your question. I will say that's a rare moment, so I'm kind of proud of you for coming up with something that I couldn't attempt to answer, but I'll just be honest and tell you, I don't know. So Jonathan says, what do I do? I have that rain check for Publix for laundry soap, and they're still out of stock. Jonathan, and this is for any store. So this is another one with rain checks, and just a great thing to know what your store's policy is. There's going to be lots of times where they had some crazy good deal. They wrote a ton of rain checks and they never got back in stock on them. Or they are, but people are still using their rain checks and you're just not catching it in time. What I would do is go to the store manager and ask, say, hey, I still have this rain check. You've never gotten it back in stock, but I still get the deal, and just see what they say. A lot of stores are going to extend the rain check another 30 days, but you have to ask for them to do that and before the rain check expires. So don't let it expire. Go in and tell them and they will extend it. This happened to us. It was last year, but we saw this super high value coupon on dryer sheets. It made dryer sheets all over the Southeast free at so many stores that pretty much the company was out of dryer sheets. Nobody was getting them back in stock. So it didn't matter what store and what deal you were trying to get it at. It wasn't going to be back on the shelf for ages. And so we saw so many stores extending rain checks across the board for folks, but you just have to ask to be able to do that. Adele, what color are my walls? They are like a light blue gray. I don't know if that helps. It probably has a real name, but I long do not remember that name. Teresa, what stores double coupons? In the Southeast, it is Ingles, Bilo, some Winn-Dixie's, depending on where you live, like the Alabama Winn-Dixie's, Harris Teeter, and Lowe's Foods. Harvey's, those are the big ones. There's 6 that currently double coupons in the Southeast, and some Publix stores in the Tennessee area, but that's it. Rite Aid has been killing it with the deals, Lynn. I agree. So rocking in January and February, so many deals that have been going on with, right now it's the Points Blizzard that they're still running. Just kind of keep them coming and not spending any money, which is very fun to do. Yes, and Andrea, you're right. There's nowhere, so the Southeast has a lot of stores that double coupons. Beyond the Southeast, doubling doesn't really exist in a lot of other stores. I know in the North, you've got, I think, Giant and a couple other stores in the Northeast double. Doubling, in all honesty, isn't a huge portion of your savings. When our Publixes still doubled coupons, they actually broke it down on the bottom of your receipt, how much you saved from manufacturer's coupons, how much you saved from the store sales, and how much was from doubling. And for me, on a huge trip to Publix, the doubling may be an additional $5, which is great. I'm not going to complain at $5. But in the grand scheme of I went in and I saved $150 and I spent $42, that $5 wasn't gonna be the end all sale of our savings. So everybody was really sad when Publix stopped doubling coupons, but it doesn't really massively affect some of the sales. So don't hold on to that as a reason that you can't save as much. There are 6 stores that double, but there are a lot more that don't. You can still save a lot of money. Cheryl, you are the second person to mention that Bilo's doing away with their gas program to me today. So I have already sent out an email to a contact that I have at Bilo Corporate to find out an answer, and I will let you guys know whatever response I get from them. I do know that Bilo owns Harvey's. So there's Bilo, Winn-Dixie, and Harvey's that are all part of Southeast Grocers. And Harvey's has converted to the Plenty Points system. So if they did away with anything, it's going to be that they switched to Plenty Points versus staying Fuel Perks. And Plenty Points works with Exxon and Mobil stations. But we're still seeing, even with the Harvey's ad, the same types of gas savings. It's still equaling the same amount of savings. So they may exchange one program for the other. I don't even know that. I'm just guessing by the way that you're the second person to ask me today. If something happens, that would be my guess as to what is happening, not that they were completely doing away with it. There we go, Adele. My husband is helping you out with the exact name of our paint. I would never have known that. Adriana, I guess it's whether it's a statement or a question. Target gives a hard time with rain checks. They really can. They have a lot of things in the Target weekly ad that will say no rain checks allowed. So there you're out of luck. They also will be difficult when you come in and trying to use any sorts of like extra store coupons that may have expired. You won't be able to do any of that with it. Other stores tend to be a lot easier to work with rain checks than Target does. And that's kind of a bummer. How do you remember to use all the apps? I'll have everything lined up over time and boom, I forget. And by the time I remember, a new week has started on the apps. So Rachel, what I would recommend that you do, and I don't have a printable shopping list right here, but let's pretend that this is one. What I would recommend, if you've got your Southern Savers printable shopping list and all the apps are listed out right below each item, highlight those. Get out a hot pink highlighter before you even go to the store and just highlight any mobile apps. And all it's going to help you to do, it may or may not help you remember, but what it's going to help you to do is as I'm checking out, be like, whoa, I've got 10 mobile app offers here. I do not want to let this money go away. I want to be able to grab that savings. So just highlighting it for me kind of brings it to my attention as to how important those apps are and how much they add up. And doing that a couple of times may help you as well, because it's just, making it glaring in front of you. Does CVS give rain checks if they've had some of the Yes soup but not a flavor I wanted? So with CVS rain checks, it's really going to be up to the person at the cash register as to whether or not they want to issue it if they still have some on the shelf. It's not as lenient as it is in a grocery store where they're like, yeah, you didn't have the flavor, here's a rain check. CVS isn't always that way. And what you will find in the drugstores, just to also give you that warning, is that a lot of store managers would rather make a substitution than write a rain check, which can be fine if they're willing to take your coupon or they're willing to still give you the extra care buck, but just be ready for them to throw that quirk out at you because you're like, I don't know whether I want this substitution. No, just kind of know that that's probably going to happen. One other thing that I actually ran into this past week at Rite Aid. And it just goes in that whole, it never hurts to ask, but I wanted to buy some of the Boron Cold Calm and Oscillo that was buy one, get one and part of the Points Blizzard. And we have Ibotta coupons for it and whatnot. So it's buy one, get one. Well, in the drugstores, you have to buy both of them. In the drugstores, if this is buy one, get one and you only buy one, you're paying full price and you left the free one on the shelf. Not a good idea. Well, they only had one of each of them. So they're buy one, get one. I can't buy two. There's not a second one there. Ask. So all I did was ask. Turns out it was a guy stocking a shelf, but turned out to be the store manager. Say, hey, this is buy one, get one. I want to buy it, but you don't have two of them. And all he said was, well, you just tell her to go ahead and reduce it to half price. Perfect. Done. And still applies to the Points Blizzard. So always ask across the board. You should be able to get that rain check, Lori. Long answer there for you, but I can't guarantee you when it comes down to flavor what they'll do. So with temperature-specific foods, Rachel, how much should we buy? For instance, I bought months worth of Weight Watchers ice creams bars the last time they were buy one, get one paired with a coupon, and now I'm running low. With temperature-specific foods and ice cream bars, we don't see ice cream on sale until the end of March. And once March is through, Rachel, we'll see all those items come back on sale and then follow a 6-week sale cycle. But you're right, we're in a stretch with no ice cream and novelty sales, so no real buy one, get one sales or anything like that. We do have Breyers buy one, get one in Publix's ad that starts on Wednesday or Thursday, but no ice cream sandwiches, none of that until the end of March. And then come March, you're good. So you're going to have to come up with an extra snack until March to get you through. It's going to be a little bit of a stretch on those. Let's see. So, and for someone who was asking on doubling, Roberta chimed in and said that Giant Eagle does double coupons up in the north, 99 cents any day of the week. So it's not just the Southeast. There are some other stores that are also doubling in other areas, but no one really that I know of in the Midwest or out on the West Coast. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we hit that one. And Doris is chiming in for folks in the Georgia area. Wednesday is senior day, I'm guessing was your question or your comment. Sandy, does anyone ever win the large amount of money from doing the surveillance streets? I don't know that one. I would love to say that I had, but I have not. I would more recommend not doing them because you hope to win $1,000, but more doing them because of the coupons that they're going to give you or the extra incentives that they're going to give you. So ignore the $1,000, but just hope for an extra prize on the other side. Amy asked a question that's not necessarily grocery, but when and where can I get the best deal on a new slow cooker? So Amy, my favorite time for slow cookers is Kohl's. When Kohl's is running Kohl's cashback, and has a 20% or 30% off coupon code, which isn't right now. Right now they have a 30% if you have a Kohl's charge, but they're not offering cash back. So you want to wait and pair them together if you can. That's the biggest savings for sure. And they tend to take a week off and then turn Kohl's Cash on for about a week and then have a week for redemption and then a week off. So we're currently in the week off, and odds are we'll have Kohl's Cash back come next week. So I would hold out so that you can stack those things together. Any good deals at CVS this week? I don't have any extra care bucks. There actually are some good deals at CVS this week, Jay. And if you hadn't asked, I probably could have remembered what they were. My head is already swimming with all the new grocery ads, but let me pull it up and I will skim the list for you and tell you what I would grab. While that loads, I wanted to walk through one other way to save, and this kind of goes along with the Kohl's question and just anywhere else that we want to shop. It can also apply to grocery stores, but another way to kind of push your savings even further is on gift cards. So we see all sorts of gift card promotions and gift card sales and fuel points, whatnot, but I highly recommend taking advantage of any of those that you see. So like the Publix $10 off of a $50 gas station gift card, when they run those coupons in the Publix weekly ad, you should be grabbing a gift card that week. It's a good savings. Or right now at Kroger, this coming weekend, if you head to Kroger's digital coupon page, and I'll put this chat in on the YouTube side of things, but if you head to Kroger's digital coupon page, you can actually click and load a coupon to get 4 times the fuel points on any gift card purchases this weekend. Plus, they have a number of e-coupons off of participating gift cards. So always look in the general, or they actually have a gift card section now. It used to all be under general, but you can get $5 off of $50 Cabela's, $5 off of $50 to Burger King, $10 off of $50 to Ruby Tuesdays. So pairing those coupons in with the fuel points, you're going to get an even bigger savings. It's not necessarily stores you're going to shop in, but restaurants that you plan to go to, gas stations, taking advantage of those extra point incentives is a huge help. One to throw out here as well is raise.com, and I'll put a link to that one as well. But if you go through the link that I'm going to stick in the comments for Raise, you will be able to get a $5 bonus when you sign up. And right now with Raise, you will end up getting like a $25 CVS gift card, this guy, for like $17 after the coupon, the $5 off, and the fact that they're discounted. So Raise.com sells discounted gift cards, and it's a huge way to get that extra savings on anything that you were wanting. You know, even I'm looking for a present for my husband. Well, I can go to Raise and buy a Best Buy gift card at a discount and then turn around and use that at Best Buy. And for the same amount, you know, it's still the full amount of that gift card. So always grabbing those gift cards, whether it's a fuel perk incentive or a coupon that you use on the gift card, or getting the discount from Raise.com. So if you go through the link in the chat, you'll get a $5 bonus if you've never used them before. And they also regularly run coupon codes. So I would always highly recommend taking advantage of any sorts of discounts on gift cards that you can find. And one to throw out, since Jay asked for CVS deals, and I still have it pulled up. I promise, Jay. I'm going to go there. But one to also point out is that Rite Aid has been throwing out all sorts of gift card deals for a number of weeks. So checking to see if we've got anything this week. And I say it, and there are none this week. But last week, it's like $5 back when you buy a $25 gift card to Netflix, $5 when you buy a $25 gift card to Kohl's. So if I've already got something to grab and I see that in the Rite Aid ad or in CVS's ad, you should take advantage of those as well. So the CVS deals, Jay, I have them all pulled up for you. There's a very good deal on paper goods. If you're needing it, you can get Cottonelle for as low as $3 a pack. Shampoo and conditioners, 50 cents a pack or 50 cents a bottle. Toothbrush for 74 cents. So head to southernsavers.com/CVS and really just focus on if you want, just the top items would be focusing on the items that have that little acorn next to the side. So that acorn is going to tell you that I think that these are great deals and would be the deals that I would grab. I have not done my CVS shopping. I tend to go on Wednesdays. So I can't tell you what I specifically will grab yet, but those would be the things that I would look for. Do Kohl's Bucks really expire? Yes, Leslie, they do. Most stores won't take them, and you can't use them online after they expire. You may be able to find a store manager that will still take them, but most will not. So, so hey, I was wondering if Bilo has e-coupons and how to load them to the card. So Angela, no. Bilo took their e-coupons down probably almost 2 years ago and never brought them back. Winn-Dixie has e-coupons, so I don't know why they didn't bring Bilo back, but they didn't. So none to load there whatsoever. Do balance rewards expire? They do not, as long as you shop in Walgreens at least once every 6 months. Your balance rewards will never expire. Plenty points at Rite Aid don't expire for 2 years. So both of those programs have the longest expiration that's out there. CVS is just 30 days. And Lisa's comment, so we've been talking some on doubling, and Lisa says a lot of coupons say do not double. Honestly, Lisa, those coupons, they still usually double at the register. It's up to the cashier if she were to stop those items, because the manufacturer is not the one that's paying for that doubling. The store is the one paying for that doubling. So the manufacturer will put that on there. It's kind of like we're going to help the store out a little bit, but the store's computer still usually automatically doubles on most coupons. So Erin has a great question. How to tell the difference between a manufacturer and a store coupon? The ones in the Walgreens ad always confuse me. So usually, Erin, the best way to do that is looking at the barcode. And looking at the barcode on a store coupon, it's kind of going to look like an old school barcode. It's one level. It doesn't have the little bar split in the middle with really, really fine smaller bars on the top. So it would be a dual layer, what we call a data bar now. And the Walgreens store coupons are going to just be one set of bars across the way. That's CVS. That's pretty much all of the store coupons. None of the store coupons that we see anywhere use the data bar. They use old school actual barcodes on coupons, which most manufacturers no longer use. They all use data bars. So that's the first thing to start with. The other thing that can help you in looking for that, and I'm pulling up one just so that I can make sure that I'm sharing the correct number for you, Walgreens-wise. So store coupons, first off, manufacturer's coupons, usually if they're old school and they have that old school barcode, they usually start with a 5 or a 9. Any other number that starts that barcode is always a store coupon. So Walgreens, looking in the Walgreens weekly ad for this week, they start with a 0. Automatic store coupons. CVS coupons start with a 4. Target coupons start with a 4 or an 8. It's just kind of learning if you want that store's number, but a 5 or a 9, hands down, is going to be a manufacturer's coupon. Anything else is going to be a store. Rite Aids have RC at the end of them and a whole bunch of numbers. That's also a store coupon. But just the way that barcode looks, think of the ones that you print off of coupons.com and how they have the bar in the middle, they're double layer. That's a manufacturer every single time versus that old school no bar in the middle. And Diana, I kind of just answered your question. So when coupons double, do the manufacturers reimburse the store? No. The store is the one that's fully paying for the doubling of any coupon. So that is a store promotion to get you to stay in that store. The manufacturer is just paying the face value of the coupon plus whatever the handling fee was that they had on the bottom of that coupon. So what stores in South Carolina generally accept expired coupons? Honestly, none accept expired coupons unless they're with a rain check. And that is across the board. So if they accept expired coupons just as part of their policy, it's really against the coupon policy and kind of the coupon ethics of things. Manufacturers will then refuse to reimburse them. So they don't do that across the board unless they put it in their policy that they take them with rain checks. And even then, they're not supposed to submit them to manufacturers for processing. So you're not going to really find any of them. How about the Kroger app coupons? There's sometimes manufacturers and sometimes stores. So how do we tell them apart? With the Kroger coupons, any e-coupon that I can load to my Kroger card is typically a store coupon. So if I've gone to Kroger's website or I'm on Kroger's app, it is typically a manufacturer's coupon, and I load that coupon to my card, I cannot use another coupon with it. It is always considered a manufacturer's coupon with one exception, and that is if they're running 5-time use e-coupons. Currently, they do not have any. They had some I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago. They tend to run these every 6 weeks, 5-time use e-coupons. You'll see it on the actual coupon. It'll say use up to 5 times. Those coupons are considered a store coupon. They can be used with a manufacturer's coupon, but no other coupon from Kroger.com or Kroger's app can be used with an additional manufacturer's coupon, just those 5-time use ones. So all the other ones, just consider them manufacturers. So Maria, how do I add apps on the website on a grocery list? So the app coupons are already going to be matched in. Checkout 51, Ibotta, MobiSave, any of the ones that I know about are already there. And if you ever see an app offer that's not listed and should be, if you leave it in the comments on the bottom of the list or you send me an email, I'll gladly add them in. I coupon the list when the list first goes up, and then I'll re-coupon the list a few days in, but I'm not always in there re-couponing every single list. It's a manual thing, so it would take a ton of time to just, every second of the day be re-couponing a list. So if you see something I missed, always send me an email and I'll gladly add it to the list. And Jonathan's chiming in on the Kroger surveys. They give you 50 fuel points to do their survey, which is a great savings too. Can I do a list of what's on sale and when it comes back to know if it's over 6 weeks and to find out what week it is on sale right now? So Marie, what I would recommend for you, a little inside tip, is the savings item search that is on Southern Savers. So if you're on the desktop site for Southern Savers, it's on the right-hand sidebar. You can type in anything you want and find where it's on sale right now. But there is a button or a box that says include all lists back to, and you can put in a date. So you can leave that date blank. But if you don't leave that date blank, and I can show, I'll pull this up so that everyone on the YouTube side can see it. I can't share my screen on the Facebook side, but if I search in there for, let's see, we'll go Weight Watchers, what someone was asking earlier. If I search in there for something, I can actually go back up to 3 months in the past, pick a date 3 months ago, and hit search, and I'm going to see every single deal for that product over the last 3 months, which could be a lot or could be nothing. So for Weight Watchers, I didn't specify when I just searched that. It looks like a ton because I didn't specify novelties versus smart ones. But you can see all the sales that it returned. For me, I have every store set in my profile, but if you go to your profile, you can actually set what stores you shop at. So the return, even for the ATEM search, is only the stores that you would be in. So put in a historical date, and it's got all that data for you. When was the last time it was on sale, so that you know how much longer you have until it's back on sale again. So hopefully that will help. Let's see. So Rachel, the 4 times points for gift cards this week is at Kroger, and it's going to be running Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But you do have to go to Kroger or to Kroger.com and load the e-coupons for it. Elizabeth, has CVS stopped issuing coupons via email on Thursdays? No, I've still been getting them. I've also been getting them on not Thursdays. I had one this morning for 30% off. I had one on Saturday for $3 off. So I've been getting them on random days where it used to just be every Thursday. I guess they realized we were getting a little too predictable, but they are still sending them. So I would make sure they're not going to your spam folder, but they're definitely still there, I promise. And Erin says she's getting them too. Anyone use soap or shampoo or toothpaste dispensers to save the waste from the kids, or do you just buy cheap and give up? So Trina, I just buy cheap and give up. Kids toothpaste we see for less than a quarter with a lot of deals, especially at Kroger. If you've got a Kroger nearby, we also see amazing deals on adult toothpaste in the drugstores. It's always free. Shampoo, soap is also an item that's super cheap a lot. Try to teach them to take care of it, but I can't complain too much when I didn't pay very much for it or nothing at all. Which coupon filing method do I recommend? I do not cut. I file by date. It is going to save you a lot of time in the long run, and you'll still get all of the offers and savings. Okay. When a deal at Bilo says to use the $1 off manufacturer and $1 off e-coupon, how do you use the e-coupon? I'm going to guess, if you're talking about the Bilo list on Southern Savers, that it's a coupon that shouldn't be matched up. So I'll go and try to figure it out. Unless you're talking about a mobile offer, there are no e-coupons for Bilo. So to just check the list. Okay, I gotcha. So it's Ibotta apps. I'm guessing you're seeing it from the math, how it says use $1.50 manufacturer and $1 off e-coupon makes it $2.50. So that's an app offer, Angela. You're going to come home, you're going to pull out your long receipt and lay it out, and you're going to take a picture of it in a couple of pictures, if that's what it takes, with your Ibotta app and submit that way. It's like a mail-in rebate. But you didn't have to mail it anywhere. You just sent it through the phone. So that's the e-coupon that's there. It's not from Bilo's website. Let's see. Regular savings app. Do we add them when I make my lists on the site? So the savings coupons, like the Ibottas and all of that, are all on the list. Yes, I think that's your question. The Kroger coupons that they send to you, so lots of folks on the store versus manufacturer questions tonight, the ones that come in the mail from Kroger, turn them over. Don't look at the front of them, look at the back of them, because that's where all the the barcodes are, especially on the ones that are this way, like the long sheets. If they're in the books, the barcodes are on the front. But that barcode is going to tell you everything that you need. Does the number start with a 5 or a 9? And is it a dual layer barcode, meaning that it has a top and a bottom? And I wish, let's see, actually, I have my purse. I don't know about you guys, but I always have coupons in my purse. So this guy is a dual layer barcode. If you ever see one of these from any store, this is a manufacturer's coupon. No store uses a dual layer, 2 barcodes on top of each other, data bar. That's really what this is called. So if you see this, manufacturer's coupon. If I see a different old school barcode and that first digit is anything other than a 5 or a 9, it's a store coupon. For the ones that come from Kroger that are store coupons, they're usually always house brands. And everything else that comes that's not a house brand is usually always a manufacturer's coupon. The last time I actually saw a true Kroger store coupon for a national brand, I can't even tell you. So if it is a house brand, it's always a store coupon. National brand, pretty much always a manufacturer's question or coupon. CVS question, has the CVS app stopped giving coupons and only giving them via the red machine and website? None of the ones loaded to my card are showing up on the app. You know what, Aaron? I have to log back into the CVS app. I haven't logged into it in about a week. But for me, last week, all of my offers were in there. I would, if you're still having issues with it, make sure that the app doesn't have you selected as being not paperless or paperless. Make sure it's the way that you want it to be. And then maybe logging a question with CVS Corporate just to see if they're across the board having some issues with the app. So Helena's asking specifically to explain a deal running on shea butter at Publix. So let me pull it up and I can tell you the specifics. Let's see. Is this we got Shea Moisture Hair Care that's 20% off. Publix having 5 lists on a regular basis. It'll take me a second. I don't see anything specific on that one. You may need to give me a little bit more, or Shea Moisture. So they're 20% off, Helena, and then you can use coupons with them. What that means is that they're basically on sale. So you just take in any coupons that you want. The entire brand is 20% off right now, and we have that coupon from the January 22nd paper. So whatever you wanted to grab hair care wise, it is on sale, and you're kind of good to go. If you have a Bilo nearby, they are buy one get one at Bilo. So that's actually a better deal. I don't know if you have that option, a Bilo or a Winn-Dixie. Shea Moisture Hair Care is buy one get one at both of those stores. So that's just using the item search on Southern Savers, by the way, for anyone who's looking specifically for a deal. Is the fast way to find it. Will Kroger take both coupons if you have one loaded on your Kroger card? So if I have 2 Kroger traditional e-coupons loaded on my card, or I have an e-coupon and a paper coupon, no, I can't use them together unless I bought 2. If I had a 5-time use e-coupon and a traditional e-coupon loaded on my card, yes, they will both come off together. So the 5-time use and the traditional can be used together, or the 5-time use and the paper, but not that traditional e-coupon and a paper. So hopefully that answers. So the farmer's market, you're watching the video and the talk about the farmer's market website. Do I know this site? So Maria, there's 3 different websites that I usually recommend for farmers markets. The first to find a farmers market that's near you in your area is localharvest.org. So localharvest.org, you put in your zip code and it shows you every local farm that you can direct buy from. Another one that I recommend, it's a Southern Savers shortened link, but it takes you to a USDA page, and that is so.svrs.me/market. And so if you head there, so.svrs.me/market, you'll see a report all the time, and I'll stick this in for my YouTube folks, so.savers.me/market. You'll see a report for the USDA of what exactly was on sale at the federal market in South Carolina today and how much it went for. And that also lets you do some homework to know what's in season and what the going price is for those items that are in season. Okay, I gotta speed up. We're running out of time. You guys are keeping me going. Oh, thank you. My husband stuck all those links in there for you guys. So with, let's see, any good deals at Publix. So Petra, if you go to southernsavers.com/Publix, yes, the weekly ad is already up. You can make your shopping list, but lots of freebies. It's the Viva Italia sale, so 15-cent Progresso, 15 or free Progresso breadcrumbs, free Progresso broth, lots of good deals. Actually, I'll give you guys a heads up. I have a post that's going to go up tomorrow. I'm still finishing it up. But folks always ask me on these calls, what about Aldi? And no one said that tonight. So I'll just help you guys out. What about Aldi? So this week I compared the Publix weekly ad that starts on Wednesday or Thursday coming up here with Aldi on about 40 different items, and Publix won. It's kind of one of those, like I've always said, Aldi should be your price book, but you can beat their prices. So it's like your mental, if I can get this cheaper than Aldi, I shouldn't buy it there. And Publix wins with the new ad. So there's some great deals coming up. And yes, that ad is already up. So southernsavers.com/Publix. And you'll see all those deals and you can start making your list. With that comparison, it was about a $36 savings. It's a huge savings to be in Publix over being an Aldi. So I was kind of surprised that the savings was that big. I was expecting it to be within maybe $5, but no. So it's a great week at Publix, and maybe that's the rare moment. We'll see. I plan on kind of continuing to pair the two together and get a good idea of how they're doing. But it's a fun one. Oh, sorry, YouTube folks. I forgot to come back to you guys. There we go. So thanks for letting me know, Debbie. So with that comparison, I plan on continuing to do that. So you have a good idea of where the best savings is. And it's not always where we think it is. Jonathan, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/southernsavers, all one word. So you can watch all those videos that we've done. And Barbara, yes, I will say I don't hate Aldi. There are lots of things that Aldi wins on. But when we compare Aldi against store sales, traditionally, we're gonna win on the store sales. Dairy, so cheese, milk, eggs, those items, and produce, Aldi tends to win on across the board. So, let's see. And Anna, do we have a coupons preview? Yes. So if you head to the main site and you click on Sunday ads, which is the blue button right on the right hand side, you'll see the preview of what's coming each week. It's usually up on Wednesdays, but I will give you an inside tip. If you head to the database, so click on the coupon database on the top of the site, it's even on the mobile site, and you put in Sunday's date, usually by Monday night we have all of Sunday's coupons already in the system. So this coming Sunday is 2/26, so SS 2/26. You're going to see all those coupons coming. It's 120 in the Smart Source, and then put in that RP 2/26, and you'll see all the ones coming in the Red Plum as well. So it's another like 60 that are in the Red Plum. They're all in the database, so you don't really have to wait till Wednesday night if you don't want to. Just use the coupon database and you get a good idea. Shanna asks, is it worth it to drive 15 miles to Publix if I have a Harris Teeter and a Kroger? I don't know, Shanna. It depends on what you're wanting to grab, and it depends on the deals. For me, I'm 25 minutes from any grocery store. So in my book, yes. For you, between Kroger and Harris Teeter, there's already a number of deals. Harris Teeter doubles on a regular basis. Harris Teeter's got tons of BOGOs that are almost going to be identical to Publix's BOGOs. And then you have Kroger's mega event. You're probably going to be pretty set. One thing to mention, your Harris Teeter will take your Publix coupons. So I may not even need to go to Publix even for the Viva Italia sale, because my Harris Teeter is going to take those Publix coupons if I print them from Publix's website, or I grab the Publix flyer and then I head to Harris Teeter if you can't get them online. So to throw that out as an option too. And I'm glad, Anna, that I could show you kind of an inside way to grab those inserts early. So usually by Monday night, I'll give it to my mama, because my mama is that puts all of those in the database for me. It's a family ordeal around here. Will Walmart in Ohio price match stores in the South? So no, Roberta, honestly, there are no more Rite Aid, or no more Walmarts that price match, period. But with if you had a Walmart that was price matching, they always did it in a 50-mile radius. So you would not be able to get all of the deals from Publix and whatnot. Okay, well, we've kind of hit our time limit. I'm always here, guys, though. You can send me a Facebook message directly from the Southern Savers Facebook page. You can rewatch this video if you chimed in late and you didn't hear all the tips that we shared. We got to almost everything on my list. Just a few things that we didn't, but I can tack those on to next week. We're here every Monday night from 8:30 to 9:30. So join in next week if you can. I hope you guys have a great week.